Are you doing this work to facilitate growth or to become famous? Which is more important, getting or letting go?
All right, so let me tell you about a time when I was living in this a raggedy ass apartment and shit, and we had a lot of mice in this apartment. At the time I was living it, right? So I decided like, all right, I'm gonna have to get some glue traps was probably the best way to go. And I'm going somewhere with this story, you know what I'm saying? I'm going somewhere. So I went and got the glue traps, right? So it was so many mice. I went and got the glue traps, right? Big glue traps, real sticky glue traps. So I started catching the mice back to back to back every day. More and more and more, I would catch the mice, take them outside, throw them in the garbage or whatever, and it got to a point that it was no more mice. Like the apartment had calmed down. You wouldn't see mice for like maybe a month and a half, maybe a month and a half went by, no mice, right? I still got putting glue traps down just in case. So I got all that colony of mice out of the house, so the mice was quiet for a minute, So new mice began to come in the house, in the apartment, right? Still had the same glue traps down and everything. And I noticed that the mice would avoid the glue traps as if they knew never to walk on it. Like they would literally walk around it perfectly. Like they innately knew not to walk on a glue trap. So I came to my own conclusion through viewing that everything we do here on this planet and shit, every action we take, every memory and shit like that is for a reason. So the next group coming behind you don't have to start all over again. I think that's the best way to say it. So it's like the new mice tapped into the Akashic records in real time. A lot of people be talking about you got to do past life regressions and all of this shit to go back and tap into the Akashic. But my original thought to myself, not hearing this from nobody or nothing, I'm just saying, nah, because it's times I could make the most wise decision at the exact right time. And then it'll lead to something that let me know, like, damn, that decision was made perfectly. Like, so something in me knows what the fuck I'm doing. It's something higher, right? So these mice is innately just knew not to get on the trap. So they guided by some form of evolution or something. I don't know. And I'm not a person that look into evolution and even or is even interested in it in that way. It's just I really viewed that shit, and I just always wonder, like, why did the new mice not? How did they know not to walk on the trap? The only way they could have known is if it was like, damn, yeah, my ancestors already went through that, so why would I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like they crawled so I could walk. Like I'm not falling for the glue trap. You're gonna have to catch me in a new way, maybe put some poison out. You know what I mean? We're a new generation of mice. You feel me? And seeing that in something as small as mice, I know that it's an infinite intelligence, and I know we all tapped into this infinite intelligence, and I know that as we begin to trust this infinite intelligence and trust our own instincts and shit like that, they are telling us something that they telling us directly. Your own instincts is just telling you, like, yo, you good. In some form, you've done this before, so just relax and chill out. Even if it wasn't you, your soul, your the same essence that you got, that your ancestors got, already did this. So it's like you got a sense of it. You just got to trust that sense. We call it intuition. So these mice just innately not going on it. They ain't having thoughts like, oh no, I'm literally not about to do that because my uncle did that. But in a way, it computes like that. And me seeing this in real time, just chilling, smoking, and sitting back, you know what I'm saying, and viewing this shit, I'm like, wow. So I know if the mice was on some shit like, okay, we going to do a picnic or protest and shit and just protest the glue traps. Nah, they just went around the glue trap. They ain't try to like revert back to like, yo, my uncle, y'all killed my uncles. None of that. They just said, all right, where my uncles and them fell that, I'm going to advance at. But I don't have to make a spectacle of it. I don't really know exactly where I'm going with this, but I do know I'm going to a place where, you know, if you're going to make advancements, if you're looking to progress in life and shit like that, it's going to take a level of trust, and also you don't have to make a big old scene about it. Right. The mice did not. They was quiet, like, oh, no, not going on the track, but not really about to alert nobody. I don't need to be seeing them, just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know that they advancing probably. You know what I'm saying? But they know. Something in them know, like, yo, going on the glue trap is not an advancement. So it's like, yo, all I see out here is niggas just keep going on the glue trap. I'm probably going to name this glue trap, the glue trap. It has to be named the glue trap. All I'm saying is we're not going to be able to make advancements individually or collectively still trying to worry about what happened so much, history so much, always looking back, arguing, yo, y'all really did my aunts and them like that. Yeah. Okay, cool, they did that. You just don't go, why would you fight that? You make advancements. You living in a different time, you living in a different era. You don't need to do a replay. Cause it ain't gonna be no advancements. I'm gonna leave it at that.